What's going on, family? It's the entertainer, motivated, educator, Lucky Murray, back with another Gamecock news update. Breaking news. South Carolina, we just lost a five-star former defensive end, a starter for our program, Jordan Burch. He is entering the transfer portal. News just came out a couple of hours ago, and I was doing some social media stuff. And I had to put out a video, baby. Can't stop, won't stop, Rockefeller Records. Let's talk about this real quick, man. I'm reading from the state newspaper. It says South Carolina is slated to lose one of its most dynamic playmakers. Defensive end Jordan Burch has entered the transfer portal, a university spokesperson confirmed to the state on Tuesday. The Athletic Max Olsen first reported the news earlier in the day. Burch, a former five-star recruit in the 2020 class, was the second highest-rated recruit in South Carolina history. That's per 24/7 composite score, behind only Jadeveon Clowney. The former Hammond School was slated as the number 8 player and number 2 defensive tackle in his class. It's a big deal. He originally signed to play for Will Muschamp and USC despite a late recruiting push by LSU. He was also recruited heavily by Georgia and then defensive coordinator Dan Lanning, who is now the head coach of Oregon. There is speculation Burch will transfer and join Lanning with the Ducks. During his time in South Carolina, Burch hasn't quite lived up to the recruited hype, but he has flashes and spurts. In 2022, his junior campaign was his most effective as a pass rusher, recorded 56 tackles, 7.5 tackles for a loss, and 3.5 sacks, all of which were career highs. He's the 13th scholarship Gamecock to enter the transfer portal since the regular season ended, and the 4th since the Gator Bowl. Only tight end Jaheim Bell, Florida State, and Austin Stockner, Oklahoma, has announced transfer destination. With Burch now expecting to leave Columbia, South Carolina heads into the offseason incredibly thin at defensive end. Gilbert Edmond, who took over for the injured Jordan Stachin, has since entered the transfer portal, while reserve rush Hot Rod Fenton did not play on Sunday, right? So, what does that look like, man? What does that look like? That is crazy, to say the least, right? That is extremely, extremely crazy. What are my thoughts about this? Jordan Burch, like the article said, didn't really, Jadeveon Clowney, his junior year, was heading to the NFL. Jordan Burch, talented player. Sometimes they don't translate on the college level. Now, is he going to do well at Oregon or wherever he goes to? I believe so. I believe a kid doesn't leave the SEC to join the Pac-12. I believe you start at the SEC school. You don't leave to go somewhere else. So it's very unfortunate, man. I think that a lot of these guys, it's like you start to question, and not Jordan Burch, because I don't want Jordan to watch this video and be like, well, look, not Jordan, but it's like, dang, like, what is the motive, right? And I put out a video a couple of days ago about the transfer part, I think yesterday. A lot of people was like, you're not looking at it from the student standpoint. I said, listen, I'm all about freedom to go wherever. Jordan stayed here for 3 years. And if he want to move on, let him move on. Wish him nothing but the best. But it's like, man, listen, the grass is not always greener on the other side. And we struggle in the defensive end, the defensive line position. That's where we got really toe up as far as the running game, but they play really well. So some guys got to step up. We got to get some guys in the transfer portal. It's going to be a very interesting offseason, see how South Carolina does with the edge rusher. When you think you're going to have somebody and then they transfer, you don't have them no more. But this is unfortunate, man. But hey, listen, it's college football. This is the new Wild Wild West, and we just witnessing it. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you think that Jordan Burch should have transferred? Do you think he's going to do well? Where do you think he's going to go? Do you think he's going to go to Oregon? He's going to go to South Carolina, Harvard, Oregon. Hey, let me know what you think about the comment section below. Again, it's the entertainer, motivated, educator, and please don't forget all 3. Lucky Murray back with another Gamecock news update. Also, man, listen, if you want to support the channel, man, go to patreon.com/Lucky Murray. The link will be in the description below. But like always, until next time, people.